Ricochet can make anything work. Like his whole thing in Lucha Underground was that he didn't speak. Remember that?
Never good when you're a pro wrestler that can't speak in the WWE.
They put a mask on him, and they said, "Oh, your name is Prince Puma now." But instead of talking, we're gonna put a growling sound effect in whenever you speak or try to speak.
Yikes!
So, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. BA, like I know you're our wrestling historian here. Who would, if you had to book Ricochet in a match at Mania, who would it be against?
If I had to book him in a match, I mean, I don't know why they didn't just keep him and Shinsuke going, or him and Sammy. Like I know Sammy's got to do this whole Johnny Knoxville thing, but I mean, those are the guys that were in that title mix. It wasn't terrible, like it wasn't great, but it wasn't what it is now because those guys are also good workers. But you kept on bringing up the point, you and J-Moe, Dub, about Finn Balor and Ricochet being great workers. And J-Moe, you said he was the best worker you saw at Monday Night Raw when you went a few weeks back. Vince doesn't care about how good of a worker you are.
How many title runs Dean Malenko got?
Exactly. The man of 1,000 holds got no love in the WWE. Lance Storm, another great worker, no love. The list goes on and on.
If I could be serious for a moment.
Great lie. But with those dudes and many others in the future as we go, and we're gonna see it as NXT grows and expands and they move guys up to the main roster. I know it's not gonna be fun, but it's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen to those guys. They're gonna get put in the mid-card fodder. It's not even mid-card, it's low mid, and they become forgotten about. I think that if like I said, if I was to book any Ricochet anywhere, it would have been with those guys to make that title mean something. Maybe have a 3-way.
Sammy and Shinsuke. Threat? I like it.
Yeah, why not? Instead of having Shinsuke and Booger or whatever the fuck, the guy with the guitar, Rick Boogs or whatever.
Swollen Freddie Mercury is what Pat McAfee
said. I don't know what they're doing. I saw some weird YouTube video of them like working with Mike's Hard Lemonade. I'm like, so this is what Shinsuke's been reduced to as a mascot? And you got the fact that with Finn, like you said, if he would have never gotten hurt a few years back when they put the Universal title, the first ever Universal champion, put that on him, I think that he would have kind of changed the tune for the guys that aren't big as Brock or Batista or any of our other brutes. So
if Finn doesn't get hurt, Adam Cole is still in the WWE on the main roster.
Yeah, being taken seriously and not being slid into a manager role, which is still crazy to me. But yeah, it's just more of the same with WWE booking is why you're seeing this, and it's just unfortunate that they're doing these two prestigious titles are becoming victims to the way WWE books, which is we don't care about you unless you're getting a pop or you're a celebrity. So
yeah, like I mean, you can even see it in NXT. Like the best worker on that roster is Santos Escobar. The title's on Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
like, he's one of my favorites.
I love Melo, but Santos can work any style. And if he's not the best on the mic, he's probably second or third. But he's been taking L after L after L.
I would pay money to see Balor Escobar or Ricochet Escobar.
Fellas, I got a feeling. Like, I hope I'm so wrong on this. You're going to see those guys on NXT in like a month or two. Watch. You're going to see Ricochet and or Finn back doing what Dolph and Roode are doing right now in NXT.
Whoa. Finn had his best run of his career when he went back to NXT. Like that was phenomenal.
Right, I say Finn's dabbled back and forth, but I could see them sending Ricochet there because this whole little like gimmick with him, even though he's IC champ, and contrary to what you said, Dub, I remember watching something on I believe What Culture when they first put the title on Ricochet that Vince did like him, which is why they were giving him a second chance. But that's the thing, though. When Vince likes you, it's just like, hey, you can be on TV now. That's really it. Like now you don't have to just sit in the back and eat catering. You can actually show your face. So
to say Vince likes him, I think is like kind of an overstatement. Vince is I think Vince likes some of the things Ricochet can do.
Fair.
Like some of the spots Ricochet can do without like the long setups. Like when me and E went to Roadblock a few years ago, it was the first time. It was when Alistair and Ricochet were tag teaming for whatever odd reason on the main roster. It was the first time Ricochet did that thing where he jumped entirely over the ring, the pylons in the back of the ring ropes, and we all were like, "Holy shit! Never seen a human being do that. Didn't know if people could fly." Vince likes moments like that. He likes that. He likes the 630. But then Ricochet is not a good mic guy, and he's not 6'4". He's 5'9". So even though he's ripped to shreds and he can high fly with the best of them, that ain't Vince's bag. You got these one or two cool spots, and the kids might rock with you. So I'll give you a little run to pop, whoever for a certain amount of time, and then you go back because I don't see any longevity with you.
Right.
So I mean, to me, it's frustrating because I'm a huge Ricochet fan, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dub. I'm in the same boat, man. I like both those guys a lot, but I think those guys, when their contract's up, they'll probably go to AEW and work there and be champions.
Finn won't.
No.
Yeah, Finn's a lifer.
Finn,
I think
Finn's making too much money. I know, J-Moe, I know you love saying that, but there are certain guys that came up in that NXT run that they've had their run of, doing the hardcore thing and that work rate stuff, and they want the money. Kevin is one of those guys. Finn, Nakamura, Seth. Those guys are like, yo, $1 million a year? All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
Now guys like Ali, Cedric, guys like that, those guys could go. Tony, I don't know why Tony Storm left. I still don't understand that to this day, but
we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some Tony time.
I mean, we're here now, fellas.
Might as well. No better time than now.
We're here now. J-Moe, as our AEW expert, give the people the rundown of Tony Storm's debut with AEW.
It's almost Jurgen's time in the J-Mo household too.
Jesus. We need. Hopefully, they're sponsoring us soon.
Let me book your territory. Brought to you by Jurgens and Chobani. You know the vibes. Disgusting.
Coming soon. Speaking into existence.
So we all knew it was her. Like we talked about it in the group chat before. So I was very happy to see her. She looks great in the ring. Still, looks. I thought she looked it's the best I've seen her look in a while. I mean, other than her last thing we saw her do on SmackDown was she was throwing pies at Charlotte Flair's face, which I just don't understand how you have a wrestler of Tony Storm's caliber who can go with anybody, and you have her pie fights with Charlotte Flair.
But it was a title feud.
I know, but it was they were pie fighting though. I
I get it. I just don't. Yeah. Like I look at it and everybody's like, oh, it makes sense why she. Like, did it make sense why she left? Mae Young Classic winner. Yeah. NXT UK champion for a long damn time. And then she got a Survivor Series moment with Sasha. And then the very moment Survivor Series is over, they throw her into a title feud with Charlotte. It's just like she walks out there and say, hey, Charlotte, you've never beaten me. Or something corny like that. She didn't earn it through a string of victories, through some upsets. No, it was just, hey, you never beat me and I don't like you. Title feud. And then she said, yeah, no, fam, I'm out. One day, I really want to get that story. I would love to be the one to interview her to ask the questions because it's crazy.
I'm sure Renee Paquette will be getting an interview with her. It's usually how it goes when people leave WWE. They appear in AEW. 2 weeks later, Renee will have an interview with her. So you'll probably be getting your answer soon.
That's the AEW startup kit.
It is. Facts.
If you're not on with Ray, you on Talk is Jericho. It's really,
exactly.
It's really that simple.
Or you're on Chris Van Fleet or Van Light or whatever his name is.
Or you're getting in trouble with Tony Khan because you're on with Ariel Helwani. So
man. Oh man. Before we get to that, did you guys notice that Tony's a little more covered up now because you got to pay for that?
Yeah, you got to pay for that. Yeah. Yeah, J-Mo's trying to find the images.
Yeah, I think Tony. I have a feeling Tony ain't gonna be as cool as he was at the start here these next couple of years. He's gonna start to get a little more strict with stuff because he
got budget cuts coming up.
Yeah,
the dreaded word of budget cuts.
Too many inmates in the asylum.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that Toni Storm kept her music too.
Interesting. Yeah, she did. I did remember hearing that.
It's been so long since I heard it. I was trying to hear. I'm like, is that new music? Then I realized I'm like, I really don't fucking know.
That's hilarious.
No, it was the same music. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, she kept that and she kept her name too, which is another thing, you know.
Do you guys think she wins this Owen Hart Classic?
Let's do a rundown of the ladies in it that could possibly stop her. I think she does, but I don't think there's anybody in it.
I don't even know who's in it.
Exactly.
I don't think they've
announced.
No, they haven't.
The tournament doesn't start till May.
This is true. So they're doing qualifiers right now.
Qualifiers 2 months out. That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I can't strap the title on her now or the win on her now at the tournament because who knows can show up between now and May 1st as far as ladies just kind of floating around.
I also read something that WWE transferred trademarks of the Hardy Boys and Mia Yim to independent wrestling. Yeah.
That shows you how much they're not worried about Mia Yim or the Hardys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, we won't even need to counter program that. We're good. We're good. But no, yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see what Toni Storm does. I think people should pump the brakes online before, they start crowning her. Because let's not forget, Ruby Soho came into much fanfare, and she's probably in a feud with Air right now because no one knows what the fuck she's doing. So it's a crowded roster, and budget cuts are on the way. Although, I will say this, though. Using budget cuts for the reason they didn't re-sign Marco Stunt, I'm not rocking. They just didn't want him anymore.
Yeah. They don't
Joey Janela, I mean, I'm not rocking with that either.
Peter Avalon, whatever his name is.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
These are people they signed at the beginning, man.
Yeah, I think they realized they could get guys that they could get, and they were like, oh, we kind of don't need some of these guys.
Yeah.
Like, I think when AEW started, I don't think they planned on snagging some WWE guys. I don't think they thought that the mass exodus would happen from the budget cuts. In that way, I would say the pandemic really helped them out to even out their roster with, guys that are known names, and it was a lot less of, who the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. Even though you still do that a lot on AEW programming. But, I mean, budget cuts, we'll see. I don't see anybody that matters losing their job over budget cuts. But they might have. Tony Khan has to give MJF that type of money he's looking for.
Yeah, we heard that in detail this past
got on Ariel Hawani's podcast and say, "Yo, break bread."
Straight shooting, man. I love how MJF does not break character at all, no matter where he's at. That is so old school, and I appreciate it so much.
Yeah,
that is impressive.
Yeah,
dude, he did a 2-hour documentary about himself. BA, it's on YouTube. You can find it where he doesn't break character.
I've seen it in my feed. I just haven't watched it. I did. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out though. I'm gonna check it out now.
You got a lot of free time on your hands this weekend.
Does he? A lot of wrestling.
Once I get sick of the WWE reel of whatever highlight, they're gonna be showing Wrestlemania highlights all weekend. So when I get sick of that, I'll just go to YouTube and watch some MJF documentary and Danhausen stuff. I still got to catch up on the Ethan Page page that you've put me on to. There's a couple vids I haven't watched.
Yeah, and by the way, I did see Ruby Soho on there, so we know she still is alive. She's alive. Ethan Page's. So at the end.
Well, I know she's still alive based on the AEW Dark, little what do you call it, scroller at the bottom.
Yeah,
it's a lot of who's that? Oh, Ruby won again. Jay Lethal won again. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But no, yeah, budget cuts are coming. It's to pay MJF. What do you guys think? I mean, this is like it's getting pretty tense. and I don't think we're being worked here.